Entering safe area.
Low prices, big selection. That's what I've got.
Afternoon! It's the cello, the Doom. Woo! He's back. It's the eccentric elephant. It's time for some more Division. Come on. It's a Thursday. Yeah, the afternoon. He's finally woke up. Oh my god, that gear is shit. I can get so much better in the open world. Boys, do better. Right, let's have a look at me clan caches. I got 2 of them. They're both probably going to be a load of shit. Let's have a look. Yep, rubbish. Absolute shit. Yeah, not even worth my time. So, we're going to do some killing. We're going to do some ranting. Pretty much business as usual. So, they say PTS Style Update 16 starts tomorrow. Great. Just what we want. Here are a bunch of pompous fucking PC players moan that something's overpowered again. Brilliant. Because honestly, as if it's a bit like having one hemorrhoid and another hemorrhoid turning up. It's just unnecessary. And always, it's always taken out of context. I mean, I will obviously get to my point. Let's have a look where we're going to go first of all. We're going to go to the bank. No, we're not. What did they say? Was it the hotel? Gila and rifles. No, we're gonna blast quickly through DCD just to get some XP. I'm also gonna try and get through my points in a clear, concise manner without being too taking too long about it. Okay, what I mean is when people say gear set is overpowered.
Whatever's happening over there, we need to shut it down.
On the PTS, especially now, you know, it doesn't reflect the actual state of the game. For example, you'll have someone who has got because on the PTS you can get like those expertise cases and all that, which given a couple of hours can make your character full expertise level, right? Which is all well and good. But not everyone's at that full expertise level, you know? That has a major contributing factor. And you've got to bear in mind, it also depends on how good a shot you are. You know, a lot of these things, they determine it, but the main one, let's use Heartbreaker for example. People said it was too strong on the PTS. Okay, fair enough. But most of the people using Heartbreaker they've gone round, they've taken the time on the PTS to get themselves to the maximum level. So that Heartbreaker was at absolute full power. Now, honestly, most people are not at full power yet. So, even though it may be overpowered in that respect, but that's overpowered at full capacity. That's a bit like saying that the Nemesis is overpowered with headshot if you spec completely into headshot. Yeah. You're trying to make lemons out of oranges. You're using stuff that just does not apply. Because honestly, in the open world, I have not seen anyone in real life that actually expertise level 20. Well, I'll take that back. I've probably seen one or two. But in all fairness, I have not seen a whole amount of people who are expertise level 12. But then those are the people who were saying something is overpowered. There's probably people who are saying things are overpowered just because they don't like it. There are people who say things are overpowered because they don't like the fact that they can see that it's going to be a good set. And some people just don't like people having fun. Also, there are definitely people, and I know they're on the PTS, they won't fucking admit it, but they know full well that when it comes to the live game, they're sat there thinking, you know what? This is actually going to make the Dark Zone a bit fairer for certain people. Nah, we don't like that. We want to prove we want to keep our overinflated superiority myth. Now we've got to get this nerfed. We're not having people having an actual fair fight here or being able to counteract my build.
See if you can hook Isaac into that terminal and get us some intel.
Excuse is always the same. Oh, we need balancing. It's for balancing purposes. No, it's not for balancing purposes. I hate it when people use balancing as an excuse. Sometimes, yes, things do need balancing because they are either absolutely underpowered, they're overpowered, or they just do not work as intended. I understand that. I'll give you that one. But a lot of the time, these apparent balancing things are just made up shit by people who've had their fun with the gear sets.
DCD data stream enabled.
All right, let's see what we got. There's
They've
an
had
active
their
lab
fun.
on the north side, close to you. Your first priority should be to shut that down.
They've made their content. A lot of them, because some do. So then what they want to do is they want to get it nerfed into the ground, and then they can make a separate video going, wow, here is how is this gear set after the nerf. Yes, the nerf that you fucking went for, you twat. But there are also people who don't make videos, and they want it nerfed because they truly do see it as having potential. And some people don't like change as well, unfortunately. Some of them really don't like change happening again. They've decided they want this and they want that, and because it's
decontamination protocol.
That's just a
because
fancy
it
way of
doesn't
saying
play
everything
that
gets
way,
sterilized.
They try and
It's
kill
not
it.
detecting the gas needed for the decom process. They must have disabled the line.
Hit the main fuel line in the basement. That should get it flowing again.
But apart from that, we're going to be filled with all these fucking builds now. Oh, they're going to spend fucking weeks
Open the
moving the
fuel
fuck
line.
out of you with these
That should give
builds.
the decom protocol enough gas to run.
Which, for the record, they will not be using when the live game goes. They'll use them to get their extra proficiencies and that. But apart from that, they won't use it. They're going to go back to their regular build. Best build I've done, for my favourite, is my tidal wave. I've got other builds that I really like, but currently at the moment, I'm using a shield build at the moment. I know you're thinking, well, you're not really using much of a shield, but it is technically a shield build. Set your ass on fire, boy.
Serious trauma detected. Agent deceased.
Ah, look at that, 3.3 million damage. Of course he fucking died. He was gonna die when your knife's dying and then you roll under fire. What you asking for, you silly bastard? What are you asking for? See? But look, now that I have actually died, I'm running the three directives that I started with, but I've gained two. Gained 2 armor kits, so even though I'm technically gonna get that 25% extra XP for completing the mission, starting with none, now I've got the armor kits. It's gonna make a huge difference. Yeah, so the PTS starts tomorrow. For a couple of weeks that should. I think I speak for a lot of people when I say this. Not that many people, not that I get mass upon masses of people watching, it's only a small channel. But I'm pretty sure I speak for everyone. Boys, can you actually find the problems this time? You know, genuine problems that are going to affect the game. Not fucking ones in your bloody heads. And also, could you at least try and find ones that are going to affect us console players? We can't do the PTS. So we have to put up with what you fucking PC players find. If you choose not to fucking report the problem and it makes it into a live game, don't be fucking coming at us when we fucking complain about it, yeah? You boys are the ones who control what mistakes get into the game. Unannounced. You know? It's you boys and girls. If you don't get it noted, then there's nothing we can do about it. We've got to wait until the game goes live. Absolutely nothing, unless you've got a PC. If you're a console player, your only option at the moment is you have to take part in the PTS. If you are a console player and you've got a PC, please be our fucking voice of reason. Because unfortunately, us poor console players. Look, I know you can't. I know why they can't. We've heard all the reasons why we can't be on the PTS. We get that. Fine.
Detected.
We
See
don't
if you can
mind.
hook Isaac into that terminal and get us some intel.
Look, I've said this on many videos. A lot of time, it's not that we don't think it. We don't understand why. No, we're not pissed because we feel like you're being treated special. A lot of us are just thinking, well, hold on a minute, boys. You were on the PTS. I didn't spot this. You know? Fucking incompetent pieces of shit. That's what we're usually feeling. Or we're sat there seeing these stupid things get into the live game thinking, how the hell did you muppets let this into the live game?
DCD data stream enabled.
Alright, let's see what we got.
And then on
There's an
some of
active
these
lab
things
on the
that
north
make it into
side
the
close
live
to
game,
you. Your first priority should be to shut that down.
we're sat there thinking, you're not that stupid. So some of these problems you're letting get into the live game. He's like, personally, I won't be watching much of the PTS this time. Because a lot of the time, PTS ruins your surprise.
Looks like the best way to take the lab offline is the decontamination protocol.
That's just a fancy way of saying everything gets sterilized.
Isaac's not detecting the gas needed for the decon process. They must have disabled the line.
Hit the main fuel line in the basement. That should get it flowing again.
Open the fuel line.
For example, we've
That
got
should give the decon protocol enough gas to run.
we've got two of the strongholds are going legendary, the final two. Right? If they're putting that in the PTS, I ain't watching that shit. I ain't having you lot ruin my surprise. I may speak for a couple of the players when I say this as well. I'm going to try and avoid as much of the PTS as possible. I want to see for myself what builds work and what builds don't. I mean, if I've got I'll have an idea of what I might use. I may just double check anyone's to make sure that I'm not making a build that somewhat, you know, I'm not advertising a build as my own design when someone's done a like for like one already on the PTS. If they have intent, you know, I'm not going to do it intentionally. Just not going to deliberately rename someone's build my own. But please, boys on the PTS, please actually find the problems. Don't just spend the time fucking about. Actually find genuine problems. I mean genuine problems. Not like, oh my god, I don't like this. This could be too strong in the dark zone. Don't give a fuck. If it's too strong in the dark zone, and I mean it's too strong because it unfairly does it, and by unfairly I mean if it doesn't work as intended, then fair enough. But you know what, if you do find the build that's too strong in the dark zone, before you start moaning saying, oh, it's overpowered, go through and go see if there's anything that counters it, because realistically, if there's nothing the only time you should be worrying about a build being too overpowered is if there's nothing that can counter it. Think about it like that. If the build's too strong, but there's like 8 to 10 options of how to mitigate and counteract it, it's not too strong, is it?
From a panel in the lab above you. Stay put
because that extra gear set or that extra build that now is too strong, if it can be copied, intimidated, but also replicated, and you know it's counter, then that's a good thing, because
virus samples detected.
That means it's not too strong, in my opinion. Builds I find are too strong are the ones that there are genuinely no counter for. But if someone runs that build, you're like, oh, fucking hell, here we go again. And there's nothing you can do. If it can be countered, then realistically, is it too strong? In my opinion, no, it's not. Because if it's got multiple counters to it, you're saying if you keep saying it's too strong and you know there's multiple counters to it, that means you're just being lazy. or you're just being a fucking killjoy, trying to control what goes into the dark zone because of your own selfish and very jaded ideas. I have lost count of the amount of people that unfairly have problems with shield builds.
You should be able to
So
access
that shield
the morgue
builds
at the
ruined
far
the
end
dark
of the West
zone.
Wing construction
No.
site. If they haven't been disposing of the corpses properly, we could have another outbreak on our hands.
Lazy devs ruin the dark zone for you. Cheaters ruin the dark zone. That's what ruins the dark zone. You do also have to ask yourself, if you're so concerned, if someone running something that you dislike ruins your experience that much, then were you actually enjoying yourself?
Spread out and search for them.
I'd have to say probably not.
See the tourist?
Oh, stick your ass on fire. Shoot you in the head and set you on fire. That's what you have to do. Right now, I'm using the chameleon. Don't really use the chameleon, but you know, gotta get that proficiency level up. Yeah, boys. You lot are going to be doing the PTS tomorrow. For God's sake, actually do your jobs this time. As console players, have to put up with what you guys allow into the live game. And then we have to wait for a fix a lot of the time. Because sometimes we can be waiting days, if not longer, for them to fix certain issues.
The outcasts are using blood from an asymptomatic carrier. Someone who's infected but doesn't show symptoms. If I'm right, they're weaponizing green poison and turning it loose on the city. Destroy anything that might be contaminated.
It's all down to you boys. It's up for you boys to make sure that we actually get the game we like. Yeah, it's funny, like, a lot of you players, you always moan that things don't run smoothly. It's like, well, you boys did it. You boys do it. Oh, and console players always get scapegoated going, well, when you were on that one PTS, yeah, one PTS, where we apparently only did builds and all that shit and fucked about. The exact same thing that most of you fucking PC players do now. You use one example against console players when you do the exact same thing constantly. The amount of shit things that you allow to somehow slip past you. Conveniently don't see it. It's either you conveniently don't see it, or you're deliberately trying to make it into the game, because you know it affects console players and doesn't affect you. I mean, obviously that's just my opinion. As they say, opinions are like arseholes, everyone has one.
If she's an asymptomatic
if it does offend you, me saying that, well,
Agent, your route out is going to take you into the DCD research
Yeah.
library.
Hey, while you're in there, do me a favor. Recover everything you can on broad-spectrum antivirals.
you can't please everyone, so... I mean, granted, it's the exact same with the PTS. You're not going to be able to please everyone. There are people who are just not going to be happy no matter what they do. It's understandable. But for some of us who actively play the game all the time and still enjoy it, could you at least do a fucking decent job, boys? I mean, come on. Because I've said this now. I know I keep repeating myself. I know. If in the comment section, if I do get comments, someone goes, you keep repeating yourself. Yes, I keep repeating myself. That's how a lot of us feel when we see on the PTS when you boys are just doing the same thing over and over. Or pretending that you're testing something when you're not. Oh, that's new. We usually get a big guy down there. Bring that bastard. The actual medium is not bad. It's not a bad gun. I mean, it could. One of its biggest downsides is it needs definitely more ammo. Yeah, I'd definitely give it more ammo, but also at the same time, I definitely feel like it needs a bigger magazine. Shield time.
DCD's data analysis lab is just ahead. See what data you can grab from Kelso.
As you can see, that put up with him shooting at it, and no, it's not a full blue or a full yellow tier skill build. That's your 422. I will, once I've got it, I will in a separate video show you how I've got it configured so you can see. And obviously when I'm back to using my actual gun that I use. At the moment, this is more...
Data transfer initiated.
Yeah, the magazine could be bigger on the Chameleon. How big the magazine is holding, you'd expect more ammo. fuck is my bloody... Sometimes the turret just does not do its job.
Tech transfer completed.
Yeah, so PTS starts tomorrow. That's probably a couple of weeks of them oversaturating YouTube
Clear to get out of there.
with new
The lab and
builds.
samples destroyed. I don't think the outcasts are going to be able to do much else from here.
Thanks for getting me
It's
that data
then
to play with.
gonna
Hostiles are moving to your position.
get it all
Suggest you egress through the
nerfed
courtyard to avoid getting...
Here they come. Be careful.
after they've had their fun with it. And then they're gonna release another build video, an updated version, you know. I mean, I've read about all the new exotic items and that. And you know the funny thing is, honestly, I don't seem bothered by any of them. I'd have to read a bit more into it, but currently I'm there like I couldn't give a shit about any of them. I'll just end up putting them in my stash, making them proficient and then getting rid. That'll probably just look good on my wall. That's about it. that was a pretty unsuccessful run, really. In considering, honestly, not really a lot of decent shit. Pretty poor loot drop. BCD. I love the mission, but that was a pretty poor loot drop. And so we get two strongholds on legendary. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is gonna be difficult not watching it because it's gonna be.
You're gonna need to get the access codes to the
It's
vault
gonna be
to recover
everywhere.
the item the hyena stole from Air Force One. Our hyena insider says whoever's posted in the old CEO's office will have a key
And it's
card
also
to
gonna
give
be
you access
really
to the vault.
difficult because the excitement. I mean. You're going to want to know what the hell they've done with the, with it. I feel like they were waiting for me there. Look at that, the foundry. He's proficient. Which means, realistically, I can take off those pieces now, but this ain't just a thrown together build. This build was thought of. So it's going to stay until the other pieces are proficient as well. mean, I've got so many ideas. Obviously, I mean, I could start running through the proficiencies a lot quicker if I stopped actually running builds I like and just started throwing shit on that I don't like, but I want my builds to be proficient. And plus, I'm actually trying to make what the skills as well to fit the shield proficient. So the shield build is going to be staying on a lot of the time now until my shield versus his. You're on fire, bitch.
Checking for the key card.
Time, see? Got some rigor.
Looks like that key card is the one we were looking for.
Yeah, the legendaries are going to be quite exciting. Tidal Basin. That may get quite intense. If it's the same boss locations, then Tidal Basin will be a bit of a bugger. But I'm hoping that it's... Well, they're all usually the same. So I'm assuming it's just going to be the same.
Hostile radio intercepted.
It's the fucking division. Roach wants everyone back at headquarters.
I mean, Man in National Zoo, you see, that in itself is probably good, will be interesting, because Man in National Zoo's got a lot of open spaces. I feel like Man in National Zoo is going to be a very drone heavy one.
Incoming backup request.
Sorry, lad. I am a little busy at the moment. When busy, I would help, but unfortunately, a little busy at the moment. I mean, I've covered my feelings on the BTS, but it's just quickly before I continue talking about these legendaries, because that sounds so interesting. Just remember, boys, you guys are the ones who are going to influence how the live game goes, because you're the ones who get access to the testing, not us. Sure. But I'll be honest with you, I am looking forward to the legendaries. I think Manny National Zoo is going to be definitely a drone heavy one. There's so much open space, which means that, you know what, it might be like a bit like Roosevelt Island in that respect. I reckon you may get
requesting backup.
a lot of those big marauders.
The vault's just up ahead.
Authentication successful. Access granted. Hostile radio intercepted.
The alarm! Fucking division got into the vault!
It's cool. We moved the president. He's tucked away nice and cozy upstairs.
Holy shit. They pulled the president out of the wreckage. Agent, you've got a new assignment. Find out where the president is being held and get him back. Sync Isaac with a bank security system. There should be a data center near the vault.
Yeah, there's a couple of places in Tidal Basin. They could actually put a big drone as well, but
Beginning search query.
But Manny National Zoo just screams drones. So that one bit where you've got to defend the generator. Oh, that says, oh, we're gonna put a massive drone there. And the end fight. Oof. I'm hoping that the end bosses are something different. I mean, because we've got a DPS, we've got a drone, and we've got a healer. Who's like, Roosevelt at the moment is the drone. DPS is Logan in District Union, and the healer is the bloke of something Beach in I think in the Capitol building. Fucking little shit. So really,
Search
what
query
we could
finished.
do if
Subject located.
President Ellis.
something
helicopter on
like
standby to extract him.
Lockdown procedure initiated.
almost something like
That doesn't sound good.
a Razorback
Isaac, do you have a way
might
out
be
of the vault?
interesting.
Searching
You
for
know,
way out.
some bloke,
Zero
like
matches.
proper.
Piece of shit
Proper
wristwatch.
tech
Okay,
genius.
let me see. If you can punch through the west wall, there's a maintenance tunnel running alongside your position. It's a long shot, but it's the only one we got.
You know, if you've got one, he's a techie. He's like, well, basically a skill bloke, or even one who's an absolute bloody tank. You know, he has got the shield of all shields.
Highlighting most expedient route.
Son of a bitch, it actually worked. Thanks, Isaac.
Yeah, that might be interesting. But I can see that Man National Zoo is definitely going to be a, in my opinion, it's going to be a drone heavy one because there's so many locations that you could have drones. And Tidal Basin is going to be, I feel like, Tidal Basin is going to be a fucking mad one. It's going to be a lot of running and hiding. Because if you have to face the end boss in the same location, then sorry about that. Then that may cause some problems because the actual end fight location in Tidal Basin isn't huge. Yeah, I know it's not the smallest of areas, but it's certainly not the biggest. And when you put legendary difficulty, yeah, so when you couple that, I think Tidal Basin will be, I mean, out of the two, if I had to put money on it right now, if I had to put like 50p, yeah, sounds to me, I'm using 50 pence, so obviously, you can tell, he's British, as if you needed any help knowing that. He's a British chap. Yes, for any colonials out there, yes, I do drink tea. I love tea. I think Tidal Basin, out of the two, I had to put money on it. I'm going to say right now with absolutely, this is a total baseless guess. I've got no evidence to back this up. I'm just using my thoughts after seeing both missions. Although that said, if Man in National Zoo uses as much tech as they did in, what are you doing, lads? As they do on the Invaded, then That might make things a little more. But as far as I can see,
Heads up, we're inbound to your location.
on
Coming in over
just
the
standard.
Keep your heads down. We're gonna make a hole.
Terrible bloody shot. That medical unit, yeah. By what I can see, if I'm putting money on it, I'm calling it now.
Well, that's a load of
Tidal Basin out of the
every
two
last one of those
will
fuckers.
be the
I
more
want them
difficult
dead.
legendaries.
Roach, our gear supply will dry the fuck up if word gets back to the rest of the council that we lost the president.
We'll get it, ma'am. Fuckers aren't going anywhere but down.
That is my baseless opinion. Absolutely night to him. don't really have to do gear sets I don't like. I could just pick it up. Whew, I'm going to be using this build for a while then. Yeah. Right. He's on 17 of 21. 17 of 21. They've added an extra one, the little buggers. You sneaky little buggers. It was 16 of 20 the other day. It's now 17 of 21. You sneaky little buggers. You sneaky little buggers. That is sneaky. Right, sneaky boys. That is sneaky. Very sneaky boys. Very sneaky. Incredibly sneaky that was, boys. You sneaky little rascals.
Need help with something?
Yeah, you sneaky little rascals. You've been sneaky little chaffinches there, boys.
Oh, hello.
You know, I could upgrade my eagle. I should do. See what I need to upgrade my eagle. See, I'm still haven't got enough materials. Takes a bloody lot. It does take a lot.
See you, Agent.
level is this one? 8. Hey. Zero, 2, 1. Wow. I'll be there for a while with them.
Incoming backup request.
What's the time? 1:45. Got time to do a control point as well, maybe. Let's have a look. Haunted house, Ivy Tunnel, look at this. Fallen Greens. Sure. Don't actually. No, yeah, I've got time. But then after that. Didn't care about the rescue operation. Love that sign saying fuck off and die. Here we go.
Reinforcements incoming.
love my rifle. Absolutely love the M18. The classic M18, not the CQB.
Hostile detected.
Oh my god though, cannot wait to see those legendaries.
Moving to their
I
side.
mean, I know I don't want to watch the
Hostile broadcast picked up.
don't want to watch the I want the surprise, but at the same time I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stop myself. I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to stop myself from watching the because there's legendaries.
Hostile broadcast detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Oh, I see them coming.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
Reloading here. I've got you covered. Keep away from me.
Hostile broadcast detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Get away.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
Got you now.
One more person. Where is he hiding?
Come on out now.
Buckle up.
Supply room access unlocked.
Let's get all this lovely materials. Get the materials.
Hostile broadcast detected.
Oh, damn. Right, have we got any more? All about. Right. Bye, fellas.
You know the real problem with the division? They think they're too small. They're only focused on the task in front of them. There's no consumed with busy work and little victories. They miss the big picture.
Interesting.
Crap! Gone!
Hey, breathe again.
Oh, fucking kneeling, bitch.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
Can't find them anywhere.
That's better.
Got away from me! Gil!
Right, off to the White House we go. So, here we go, boys. Thank you for watching. This is the Cello signing out. Catch you on the next one.